Hello, guys and gals, animal friends, and spirit pals. Welcome or welcome back to the Spirit Whisper channel. How's everybody doing? Today is July the 8th, and we're up in the nighttime. As you can see, my window's very dark outside, and I thought I got the kids fed and got some chores accomplished, and I thought I'd sit down and play with the cards a little bit. Take you guys along with me if you want to come. Let's go have some fun with the cards. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun reading the tarot. There's Pumpkin. She came in here. She's back there with her dog Alaska. Buttercup's right there. Got all the kids ready here for the reading. Lest you forget them, they help me ground. Oh, look at that cat back there. See how much she loves her dog? She can't get enough. Alaska's going, really? Does your butt have to be right up my nose? They're quite the duet. All right, look at that. My amethyst is trying to pull the cover off. There we go. Show you guys my little Bigfoot back here. Do you see him? He's a rainbow Bigfoot. But he's pretty cute. Okay. So, tonight I'm going to do things a little different, just for fun. You know, fun. Fun, son of a gun, gonna have big fun with the tarot. I heard that somewhere before. So we're going to do a little bit of time traveling. What are you doing? Not laptop traveling, time traveling. So I'm gonna read on President Biden and convict Oompa Loompa. But I'm going to do a little bit of time jumping. So we're going to look at their energy over the next few months. So from now till the end of the year. Maybe January might go to. All this like 1,200 necks I have. I don't like it. I need something to... Could somebody come and just hold my neck flesh back? The joys of getting old. Okay, so we're going to go July. We're going to go one. I'm going to do 2 cards for each, but I'm going to switch decks. So we're going to go July. Are you back ready to get back up again? Don't tell me you're going to drive me to the point of drinking tonight. Get up here right now or I have to kill you. Okay. Here we go. I've been shuffling. There's July. There's August. September. October. Oops. I have the deck upside down. Put my gun over. Okay, that was October. Okie dokie. Makes sense. October, so let's get November. November. A little card for November. Which card? Which card? Does anybody? This one. November. And then let's go to December. Diciembre. Uh-oh, I think it's this one. Great. So I'm going to do a January. Okay, great. There's that. So I did that with this deck, and this is the red panda deck. And then I'm going to do another card for each month for President Biden. I'm going to switch decks. This is the Disney deck. Make sure I have it right side up. Disney deck, Disney deck. You might hear my neighbor's dog across the way by himself, and he barks all the time. I don't really give him enough attention, but he barks a lot. Okay, so July. And you know, we're already kind of into July. What I say, today's the 8th of July. August. September. October. Come on, November. Let's get a good card for November, please. Good card for November. Good card. This one, I hope it's good. November. Ooh, I like it. And then December, please. December. And one more card just for January. One to grow on. Let's do that one. Alrighty then. That was a lot of shuffling. Okay. I mean, a lot of dealing. Flipping them out. Alright, so for July, I like that we got this. I want to see, just looking at the two decks. I got a couple of duplicates, which is interesting. And they're both good duplicates, and I like it. Okay. First of all, for July, he gets the Four of Wands and the World card. So, this month, it looks like regrouping the home base. So, the Four of Wands is like house and home. It would be like a happy new arrival, you know, joy and balance in the home, in the world. Can be like endings, but also this is like bringing together all the factions, you know, getting everybody all together in one supportive group. Kind of shutting up all this hoop-de-doop and getting the support in one family behind Joe. And I'm going to say on behalf of women. So they're going to be talking up women's rights quite a bit the rest of the month. And just shoring up the group behind him. Because I don't think he's going to drop or anything like that. So that is July. So August. Okay. So August, Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, more fundraising. Looks like he gets extra money in August. I think there's like an influx of money. We haven't got to see Trump yet, but I know in July he's doing, you know, their convention. Looks like there's going to be some money coming in because of that convention or something for Joe. And also new sneaky, you know, facing new daggers, new lies. You know, the lies never stop. But it looks like a big new bunch of lies surfacing. And some more daggers, because this is August, and that's when the Democratic convention. So he might be putting the rest of that kind of, you know, not very supportive energy to bed, because he keeps getting money. You know, the people keep sending him money. Looks like you might get money from big donors too, or something, like a big new influx. So July, August, September. So September, we're getting right into the thick of things. He's on the road, you know, campaigning, whistle stop. This reminds me of those old whistle stops when you went on the train and you stood on the back and you stopped at each town and you talked to people from the train back, but that kind of a thing. You'd probably be flying. And Judgment, blowing the horn, heralding the parade. Judgment's also a resurrection. So, you know, his campaign going through a resurgence of energy with this little guy here. We're coming, here we come. Kind of a parade-like energy. I like it. It feels positive. So getting their positive message out to more and more and more people. It's like really being on the road. I have to count back every time because I can't remember. July, August, September, October. So October, you know, we're getting right to the time to vote. Funky monk energy, fighting, you know, having to do more fighting there at the end. You know, what's I going to say? Well, I'm going to say fighting lies, more untruths. That seems like the most thing. But now there's wands there. So this is kind of a spiritual battle. Kind of, again, we're fighting for the soul of the planet here, guys. More so than for Joe. We're fighting for America. And he is too. And he's going to fight. He is not going to be, no matter what comes at him, he's going to stay true to his principles, his ethics, the truth. You know, he's going to be that same guy standing up, you know, following his soul's purpose, really. And he's going to have to be even, it's like another stand for it before we go to the polls. Then we get to November. So for November, he gets the strength card. You know me, I'm always talking about, because this card includes an animal, that it's a connection to the earth. So I'm going to say it's a win for Mother Earth. It's a win for Spirit. See the God symbol over there? And Joe is the one that's for the earth, the environment. And the fact that he's on that team gives him strength. And so he's feeling the rewards of that. And then he gets that good old Four of Wands. Shoot, I wish I could ever do this right. Four of Wands card again. So celebrating in the home. Looks like they're moving into the castle again, back into the White House, into the Capitol. Celebration at his house. So that would be November. December, he gets an Ace of Wands and a Page of Wands. It's interesting he gets so many wands because this is a spiritual mission, guys. It's on behalf of the good of the earth and all of humanity and everything. It's like a It's part of the divine will, in a way. And he's carrying out his part of the mission. So when we look to December, he's trying to get started, putting into place this new age, in a way. Because if we give him the Senate and the House of Representatives, he can make all kinds of positive change for everyone. So that's that. And then we're going to go on and look in January. And January is the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Both really positive. It's like we can move forward with prosperity and abundance and the energy of love. These cards make me feel like there may not be as much of a, of course the Oompa Loompa won't accept anything under the sun. But it doesn't look like there's a lot of that going on, according to those cards. I'm sure there's some. But I've gotten a few times that, there's still like a surprise in store that significantly changes things. And so that could mean that it becomes more obvious that nobody wants to vote for the orange for all different kinds of reasons. But people wanting to vote for their own rights, for their family members' rights, for freedom, for justice, for a lack of concentration camps and dictators and shooting people in the streets and all that. So, I don't know. Maybe there's more stuff coming out. But let's do Trump's cards. How about that? So we're going to go July. I changed decks for him. This one is called the Pulp Tarot. July. August. September. Do you guys like this kind of reading? September. How about October? November. Love it. I get a little prequel. I get excited to tell you guys what they are. November. Wait. July, August, September, October, November. Right. Oh my God. December. Love it. And let's just go one more. Okay. But, like Biden, we're going to give him 2 cards in each month. Okay, so I'm going to switch decks. Now I'm doing TV series deck. I did this a couple times before we came on. Because I'm so awkward. Because my hands are screwy. It's really hard. Stupid arthritis. Okay. There's that. Oh, that was embarrassing. Okay. Am I right side up or upside down? Okay, here we go. These are all mixed. So, Mr. TV Series Tarot, what do we see Trump's energy being like in the next few months? Between now and the beginning of next year, July, August, Looks, oh. September. October. November. December. And let's pull one for January. January, please. Don't hold nothing back. Just give it to me and give it to me straight. Only time I ever wanted anything straight. Okay. Alrighty. Well, there's a definite different color, different energy in these cards. I mean, it's very different. It's like, okay. So, for July, he gets an upside down Ace of Cups, which means, suffering the loss of more like love and fans. So I'm going to say, seeing love for him dissipate. There's going to be more evidence of that. And then he also got the Four of Swords, which is not great. So I think he's going to, this is convention time. He's not going to feel all that great. There's going to be some people that want to end him there. Not all the Republicans are for him, thank God. But I think he's going to suffer a little bit of that, where he feels some love lost and, some, what he would call stabs in the back. And of course it was upside down. So it's not really restful, it's sneaky. He's not going to feel great. Looks like he's going to feel like everybody hates me, nobody likes me, I'm going to eat worms. Now, I don't know if he'd say that, but I think he's going to come away after that. There's a group, but even with all that, they'll still nominate him, because it's not really about Republicans anymore. It's about this group that's they infiltrated and they come from the Republican Party, but they're about destroying America. That's what they're about. They're not really about Republican values or anything like that. They're the ones in charge of this campaign, and they're the ones in charge of him. So they don't really care if anybody likes him or not. They're going to still pay his way in. So then we get August. Well, that's good. He gets the Five of Cups. Loss. So I feel like bad news. And he also gets an upside down Five of Coins. This is a real, whatever this is, it feels like new information. Bad news. I think it affects women even more, as if they could be. But it really takes him out. It's like a hit and run. Literally. See, you can see this card. It is a hit and run. He's left bleeding on the side of the road. So it feels like that in August, there's additional news that kind of comes in and slams him. Truth seekers, making it known. Okay, August. So then we have September. It's like they have to go back to the drawing board because they had this, it's the Three of Pentacles. They've had this whack upside the head. So they've had to go back to the drawing board. I like that in this picture too. Look who's at the drawing board. People with booze, cigarettes, guns. Those pentacles look like, the devil kind of. But working together, it was upside down. So I feel like the regrouping, the replanning doesn't go very well. Or they're having a hard time coming up with a way forward that they all agree on. So in September, too, it looks like there's some female. This is the Queen of Wands. So what is this female telling me, this Queen of Wands? In spirit. Well, I just think there's still this female, like steamroller that you can't. There's another big, I think it's from what happened the month before, but it's really building up anti-females, and I can see more women standing up, speaking on it. The only other thing that this could be talking about is that he announces a female vice president, like in a way to try to make up for all this negative female energy or this news. This news makes him even seem scummier, if that's possible, it seems like. It's awfully blue, though, so I don't know. It could be an attempt to try to win women over by assigning a woman to that position. So maybe that'll happen. You'd think he'd already had said that, but maybe not. Maybe he doesn't announce that until then. So September. So October, there's a last-ditch effort to, like, this is the Page of Wands, but look at her face. She looks a little sneaky, a little manipulative, trying to mess around with people's choices, and almost doing that thing where they kind of hit individuals one at a time. I'm going to say trying to screw with voting. There's some kind of voting thing that comes up, or that's what they're working on. I also get the Two of Swords. Making people's choices, I don't know, trying to add some murkiness to people's choices. But I don't think it matters because the women are coming out no matter what you do to them. There's one on each side here. They both got their swords in their hand. They're ready to end this mess. They're over it. So there's a lot of woman trouble happening. Then we get to November. He gets the Eight of Swords. So he's left tied up. Prevented from moving forward. Put in a cage. Usually this would mean a cage of your own making, which of course it would be. But I don't know, maybe as soon as he loses, he ends up getting carted off somewhere to spend some time for his deeds. And he also gets the 4 of coins upside down. So it's like he's kind of left him and his money, but he's crippled. He can't move again. Both of these are like, you're crippled, you can't move forward. He certainly can't here. In an upside down wheelchair, he'd have a hard time moving forward. And he's just, my money, I gotta, oh, I have a coin left. So, let me think again a minute. So feelings stopped and broke in November. Doesn't feel that good. Biden's cards were a lot better. December, walking away. I love he's got a little orange hat and coat. It's bright orange here in this picture. So he gets his coat and his hat and he walks away. Now, of course, it's upside down because he's not really walking away from loving filled cups. It's like walking away into, it's more like a disgraceful walking away or run out of town on a rail kind of a thing. I know I'm being extra. But it's like that. That's like skulking away. He's got his hat over his head. He's got it going on. Okay, I'm getting the heck out of here. Taking my orange accoutrements and leaving. In December, still there's some lame attempts at trying to act like there's more votes than there was. There's some lame attempts about voting still going on in December. So yeah, I feel like there's still like a little bit of, you know, wait, there was cheating. You know, all those votes weren't supposed to go there, and like women cheated, and some of those women's votes should have been for us because the women love something like that. I love that women are on almost all these cards. And then if you look on into January for him, it's these two. The world upside down. That's not good. So your his quest for world domination, at least here in North America, in America, is turned on its head. It's a failure. He's just left bitter. Nothing to stand on. You know, he can still complain and bitch and moan, but you know, nobody's listening. They're already on to the next thing. You know, get us out of this train wreck. Goodbye, good riddance. Okay, well, I like those cards. I hope you guys followed along with that. I hope that wasn't all too much at once. What I mean too much at once? You guys are grown-ups. So, I don't know, I liked it. But then, I would. Because guess what? On this channel, we're not pro-Trump. Not on my channel, we're not. We never were, and we never will be. And that's that. Okay. Now, we've gone on a little bit, but I'm going to do one more. Why is my fat cat over here? She's laying on top of my card. Merriweather, I'm going to have to... The pets are not being extra cooperative. I had written down what I wanted to read on too, but the brat. You've got all my cards under your fat belly. Oh my goodness. What an annoying little cat. Okay. Well, I can't use those cards anymore because she refuses to get up and she's got them all, laying out all of them. So I want to pull a card a month for you and me and the rest of the world family, the American family. I'm going to particularly focus on America, but I know there's a lot of people around the world who are also really concerned about us. They love us, they love America, and they're concerned as we are. So all those people that are concerned about our democracy and are we going to save it or what? Let's see how our energy is doing. Okay, what cards am I going to use for this? Oh, I know, this one and this one. How our energy will be going for the next several months. Okay? If you can hang in there with me a little bit longer. Change decks again. This one is called Old Tarot? Old Fashioned, maybe? So how are me and my fellow Americans going to be feeling for the rest of this month, July, and then for August. September. How's our energy, the whole group? I was going to do this for the Supreme Court too, but I don't have time tonight. September, July. That was October. November. December. That's interesting because I think that was the same card I got for Joe. Okay. And January. Alrighty. Let's do a second deck for these dudes too. These dudes being we dudes. They're interesting. I know we're probably in for a bit more roller coastery. I don't like it, and I don't like saying it. I don't think it's going to be all smooth sailing. A little bit of rocking and a rolling. Okay. October. How about October? How about October? How about October? There's that one. November. Like it. December. And January. Okay, great. Alrighty, let's go through these and see what we got. So the rest of this month in July, I kind of like doing the two because it just makes it a little bit more, maybe slightly more nuanced, or because I'm looking at a whole month with one card, so, well, two cards, so it gives it just a little bit more depth. But for the rest of this, now, this is something that Pan and the guys have been talking to me quite a bit, just in my head, and I have been passing it along, but I'm going to say it again with this card. So, Eight of Swords. Not knowing what to believe. We can't believe our eyes. We can't believe our ears. Might as well just completely not look. Because there's a lot of lies, these swords, mental energy, a lot of untruths, like we almost feel trapped in a pit of lies here. Harder and harder to know what to believe. You have to trust your inner guidance. Get quiet, trust your heart, trust your intuition, trust your, I go within and ask spirit, what's really up? And always get calm. Because that will tell you what's true. Like if you get in a pickle, like what is it? More so than what you see with your physical eyes or hear with your physical ears. I didn't know it was true, but I was watching Midas Touch on YouTube, and he listed all of the news stations that are bought and paid for with the CEO being a MAGA billionaire Republican. And so many of them. Like MSNBC, CNN, ABC, the New York Times, like all these, a load of them. And all the CEOs are major Trump donors and putting their spin on everything. And that's why all of a sudden I'm going, the past week with all this constant, if a gnat on the street whispered something about Joe, they'd put it on the news. Especially if it was, step down. Everybody and his mother. It's like digging the bottom of the barrel to be able to keep saying, people are saying step down. Oh, it's exhausting. So I've had to turn that off. And I've always watched MSNBC, but lately, it's feeling a little like the CEO is a Trump lover. So, also the devil, upside down. So still dealing with sleeping people, cult members, still that in our face. And, these cult members, these worshipers, devil worshipers, are the ones that are constantly putting all that lies and lies out on the airwaves. So, still going through quite a bit of that. I imagine there'll be all kinds of lies about the convention that we'll hear. That, they all love Trump. It was just a massive, yay. I doubt that's what happened. So then on August, that would be next month, we're feeling a little overwhelmed with this spiritual task. Like we want to do the good thing, but it's becoming a little heavy and we're feeling like a little overwhelmed. Maybe we might be asking for assistance with this heavy load. God, the universe. So we might be feeling like that. I already feel like that. I went through that already. And so with that card, we get the Six of Pentacles upside down. But that's like, needing assistance, needing some charity, asking for the kindness of strangers, so to speak. Could you help us out? Little, just drop us a nickel or two. I'm laughing. But feeling like a little help here. I'm sweating. And the load just seems to be getting bigger. Like I'm not able to put any of them down. Okay, that. So, July, August. Then we get to September. Now, I was kind of sensing that with those other readings. September, we seem to be feeling pretty good. We get a feeling of winning. So maybe the Spirit does hear our prayers and answers them, and we're feeling a little more secure and a little more resolute and positive. We're feeling more positive minded. That could also be because of astrological changes. It just doesn't feel like such an uphill climb constantly. So we get the Empress, Mama Earth again. You know, a big part of what we're for is to save the Earth. We want to vote for the one who cares about the Earth. There's only one. Blue. The red team don't give a frick. First thing they'll do is get rid of all things that save us from pollution. And a King of Swords. So it feels like we're making some progress. Truth, justice, kind of beating down, making a win, feeling a little bit more like a winner. That's in September. I feel like rallying a little bit more. Of course, we're getting closer then, too, to the election. So, feeling galvanized. Us. Then in October, waiting for a ship to come in. We're expecting to win. We're looking for it. We're kind of waiting on pins and needles. But we're on the side of spirit. This is a spiritual change, transformation, resurrection. And we're on that side. We're waiting for the results, for the hard work to pay off, for the inflow to come. And we also get the Page of Cups, which, this is a weird card. But again, this feels like another little surprising uptick where we're feeling, like we don't want to be confident, but we're feeling a little more confident about it. And that's in October. Right. So then November, voting and Eureka! Look at us. Oh, we're just so happy about all these votes coming for us. I think it's going to be, we're kind of rejoicing in the voting. Then we get the Six of Swords upside down, but it's not us going off. It's saying so long to someone else. And they're not going to calmer waters, because it would be like that. They're going to who knows what. We don't really want to go. We're going, toodaloo, bye-bye, don't fall out of the boat. You might drown. So feeling like we're saying goodbye to something that was a big pain in the patoot. And feeling excited. I'm calling all these wands votes. About all these votes. If my intuition's right, and there is a God, there's going to be a lot of votes. Making it hard to contest, really. I mean, you can, but it's going to be... It feels like it's going to be more of a definitive decision, like bigger leads and things like that. That's what it feels like. I don't want to tell people false information, but that's what I hear. And so then we get to December. We're ready for a new start. We're feeling like young whippersnappers. Of course, wands. We're on a spiritual journey. We're all little light workers. There's a wind. We're ready to start anew in the new age. The new age, I'm going to say. And we also, this one was with the Knight of Cups. We're mounted. We're ready to move forward with love. Spirit and love, which is really one and the same. But moving forward. Here we got a little elemental going with us. A big old toad. Carrying a cup. So Knight of Cups. That's in December. We feel like we're moving already in December. I like it. We kind of got that same sort of an energy from Biden. And this was when Trump was adiosing, down the road with the cups behind him. And then I went on to January, just why not? Because I did it with the other ones. And I threw all my cards on the floor. And so for January, couldn't be better for us, my fellow Americans. The sun. Really, like, even though it'll be Joe's second term, it's going to be like a new beginning, a brand new beginning. And we also get the Two of Cups. So, coming together for the greater good, for one thing, but also I'm getting this hint that the voting may have also brought the Congress, the House and the Senate together. So to come together in partnership, there's more partnership, there's more unity, mostly because Democrats are in charge. Magic, love. So we're feeling like that it looks better. Now, of course, there's challenges and all that, but we're just reading about a general energy. And I think that if things work the way I've been seeing, we would feel like this in January. Okay. Deep breath. Here we go. Good. Well, I like that. Well, that went pretty long, but I enjoyed it. I know it was a lot. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you hated that kind of a reading. But I thought it was pretty fun. So those last two decks the one was Under the Rainbow that had the fairies and stuff in it. That's this deck. It's called Tarot Under the Rainbow. And then this one is Old Folks, I think it's called. It has a weird name. And plus I'm so aggravated because I just looked it up and now I can't remember it. I think it says Old Folks. It's weird. But anyway, so I used a few decks there. Okay, well, that was fun, I thought. My pets are all surrounding me. I just have a bevy of them. I'm so lucky. I love you guys, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me and, playing around with these here tarot cards and just looking at what Spirit would like to tell us and share with us and help us feel better about life here on the earth and not get so wound up with all the fear energy that's just, flying around constantly trying to distract us, trying to convince us that voting for blue is not a good idea. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Vote blue. The aliens would, if they were here. They're saying, vote blue. I love you guys. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.